Sup everybody, Place here, back with another video, and in today's video I will show you how to get more performance in Apex Legends, which is an awesome game and I love it. But without further ado, let's just get started by heading over to the settings tab and video. So these settings which you see right now are pretty high and were the recommended settings that the game launched on. But I will explain every setting step by step and how they affect the game in any way of FPS. So let's get started with display mode. Full screen, I recommend put it on full screen, but for the folks out there with two screens, put it on borderless window, as full screen won't actually apply and just be a window mode. So how to fix that problem, I will leave a video on that in the description, but yeah, that's wraps around display mode. So for aspect ratio, I would recommend just the native aspect ratio for your display, which for mine is 16:9. For other people that could be 16:10 or 4:3 if you have a little monitor, but yeah, I just keep it at 16:9. So for resolution, I would keep it at the resolution of your monitor. But if you're really desperate, I would go for a lower resolution as 1280 by 720 or just a little bit higher. But I would recommend just keeping on the recommended resolution that the game launches on. So for field of view, 90 is pretty good, but I always put it on 100, 104. It kinda doesn't really affect the game in much way. I mean, I've heard if you put it lower, it affects the game a little bit, since it has to render a little bit more, a little bit less. I mean, it's not really that impressive in gaining FPS for you, so I just keep it at 100. So for colorblind mode, I think it just says what it is. It's colorblind. If you're colorblind, I should put it, you have the option of Triniopia, Deuteropionia, or Petronia. I don't know, I can't really pronounce these settings, but yeah, if you're colorblind, just throw on those settings. So for VSync, the game launched on triple buffered. I mean, it looks good, it feels good, but okay, that sounds wrong, but it does have some input lag. So if you don't want to have input lag, just put it on disabled, and it also gains you a lot of FPS. So for adaptive resolution FPS target, I keep it at 0, so I have this option, which I keep on, yeah, this option. But if you also want to keep it at 0, just put it off, since can't throw away a lot of FPS on the table. You can also put it on, what I recommend is 65, and also disable adaptive super sampling, as it also takes away a lot of FPS. But I just keep it on 0, throw on TSSAA or TSAA, but for the sake of this video, I will keep it on none and apply. So for this option, just select the amount of VRAM your graphics card has. Mine is a 980 Ti 6GB of VRAM, so I select very high. But if you have 2GB graphics card, I should go for low or very low. So yeah, it depends on what graphics card you have. So for texture filtering, I just keep it off, since it doesn't really look that impressive, and it does take away a lot of FPS. And same for ambient collision quality, just put it on disabled or low. But yeah, it doesn't really look that good. And sun shadow coverage, so for this option, it also doesn't really look impressive, and the same for sun shadow detail. So for these two options, I haven't seen a lot of differences between high or low, so I just keep them both on low, and it does increase FPS. And for spot shadow detail, it just throws more shadow details at us, so you can put it on disabled or low, but I will keep it at disabled. And volume trick lighting, I don't know if that pronounced right, but I just keep it on disabled. Also for dynamic spot shadows, which are more shadows that your PC has to render, so I just keep it at disabled. For model detail, sorry for my English, I just keep it at medium. I actually keep all those settings at medium or low. And yeah, I don't see much difference between high or medium, but if you want to go lower to squeeze every drop of performance, then just put them on low or disabled, which are some options. But I would recommend keeping them in the middle. So that wraps around every setting in the videos tab, but I've also heard that a little program which I will show you. So here we are on my desktop, and I will show you a website that has a download link to Timer Resolution, which is a little program I will show you right here. Just have to find it. Here we are. And this program, Timer Resolution, if you hit maximum, it minimizes the input lag between your mouse and the display. It also increases FPS. I don't know how. I haven't really searched on why this gains FPS in some games. As Call of Duty, it gained me 10 FPS. I don't know why, but I love this program, and I will leave a link in the description below. But that will be the end of this video, and I hope you enjoy it. See you all next time.